So, hey, thanks for coming here. I know you were looking up what's the process of getting a quote and finding out what your true cost is for getting, group health for your employees. So obviously if you don't know what the process is, it's your first time even considering getting group health. And congratulations on that. That's a good thing to consider because it helps with retention, helps honestly with the health of your employees. It helps grow your business when you're offering benefits to employees. You're able to get better quality employees and then obviously retain the ones that you want to retain anyway. Because obviously out here, things and health costs go up and up and up. And so you willing to help your employees provide health insurance to themselves and their families is going to help you retain even the better ones. So, what is the process? So, generally, it's a 5 to 10 minute phone call. We find out what type of business you have, what's your location, how many employees do you have. Now, keep in mind, if you have 50 full time employees or you're close to that, which is called full time equivalents, you're required by state law in every state in the United States to provide health insurance, right? If you're under 50, you're not required yet. And that's where most of you are probably finding yourself at. You maybe have 25 or 30, you've been asked about it, and now you're going to consider shopping. So after a 15-minute phone call, what is your industry you're in, how many employees you have, what are your employees doing now for health insurance? Right. We're going to kind of see what kind of plan makes most sense for you. 100% of the time, I'm doing 80/20 plans. This is the same structure of health insurance that's been around for just decades. So, what I'm going to need from you is a census. What a census is the name, right? Name, address, age, income level of every employee in your business, right? Very much the ones that are going to be considering getting the health insurance that you want to get a quote off of. These are the full time people. This is not the part time person who works 3 hours a week who is not going to qualify, to get health insurance. But I'm going to need a census, social security numbers, things like that from you, right? We take that and then we send it to different carriers. The carriers that we choose to send it to are really based off the answers from the 15-minute consultation we had in the first place. What's your industry? What do you guys do? Are you working in a building? Do you have a bunch of people working out in a field or on a construction site? Maybe you're a law firm and 99% of the time you're in a 70-degree room, right? A nice library. So therefore, everybody's rates are going to be different on that. We take that, we send it to different carriers, we shop it, and we get what I call pre-offers. A pre-offer is, hey, we see the average age of your group, right? We see, if males or females, we see their ages, and from there, they're going to give you what's kind of like I said, a pre-quote. Hey, here's your money. Here's an offer. Let's say you look at that and you decide, hey, I like this deal. We can afford this. This is going to help our employees. We like these plan offers. Generally they send 5 or 6 plans that you get to choose from. Once you do that, right, I will send you an electronic link to do underwriting. And from there, what you're going to do is everybody who's getting on the health insurance is going to click the link, fill out all their personal information. None of this information will me and my office see. It goes direct to the carrier we're submitting it to so that it's highly secure. From there, about 5 to 6 days later, we will get a real quote. That is a lockdown quote. At that point, if you decide, from the quote original pre-quote, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it stays the same, right? What they're looking for is anybody with serious health issues. When it comes back, if you're like, hey, this is great, the quote's really the same, we want to do it, we've already done the underwriting. It's just a lock in, right? At that point, it's paperwork, right? And generally, the plan can start the first of the next month. But overall, that's the process, right? Getting a quote does not commit you to anything, right? Doing the under doesn't commit you to anything. It's not until the process is done at the very end, right? And you do a confirmation and say, I'm going to do this, is that you're committed. So if you haven't shopped before, feel free to reach out, right? Shop. Getting a quote is totally fine. We love giving quotes. There's times where we give a business a quote and they realize, hey, we're not ready for that this year. We just don't have the finances yet. But generally, a year or two later, I would say 100% of people who get quotes with us end up committing later. So, hey, I appreciate it. Have a good week and good luck to you in your business.